Good morning. You listen to FloorDaily.net, and I'm Kemp Harr. I'm in Phoenix at the downtown Sheraton Hotel at the Fuse annual meeting, and I'm with Geoff Gordon, Executive Director. Geoff, how you doing?
I'm doing great. It's always good to see you.
Geoff, you look younger this year.
I wear a lot of makeup. That's all I can say. I work really hard. I fight it every day.
I bring that up because you probably don't want to say what your age is, but you're wearing this job well, and it looks like you're having fun.
I absolutely love this job. You know, we had a board meeting yesterday talking about that, and as long as they'll have me, I want to be here because I think we're doing a lot of great things, and I love being around quality people, and we have just a great membership group. So I feel very honored and very grateful.
You know, your theme for this meeting is Fuse on Fire. Maybe you can tell me more on that theme and the reason you have it, but I can tell you just from my perspective, when you release these new member press releases, it's 4 at a time. I mean, you're bringing them on in droves, so congratulations on your growth.
Yeah, thank you for that. I mean, it is very exciting. And preparing for this meeting, we went and looked back at the numbers, and I really think the turning point for Fuse was COVID. We were in Palm Springs. The meeting ended on a Wednesday. California shut down the following week. I mean, we just got the meeting in. After that, nobody knew what to do. I mean, things were shutting down. We started having weekly calls with the members, and that's where the value of our network really came out, where people were sharing, this is what we're doing in the office, this is what we're doing on the job site. So that's what we're here for, is to share that kind of information and best practices. And I think ever since then, we've just been on this trajectory where we've really taken off. And we heard it again today. I had somebody tell me, Geoff, you're not going to believe it. One of the new members said, oh my gosh, this has been so great. I don't feel alone. And I have people I can talk to. And we heard that last year. And I think that's so significant because that's what it's about. You're with like-minded people trying to improve what you're doing every day.
So you have 171 members now. That's up from 105 just 4 years ago. And this meeting has 430 attendees. So this is your biggest yet, right?
It's our biggest by far. Even last year, we had a good growth year, but we're more than 100 people beyond that. And for me, it's so fun to stand on stage and look how much bigger the room's gotten. You know, we asked the new people to stand up, and it was a significant number of people that stood up, so we're very proud of that.
Kind of start in the middle here. The Fuse Commercial Alliance is a group of professional commercial flooring contractors. We're kind of watching, and seeing what's going on in the marketplace right now. Residential's been soft, and commercial's been pretty strong, actually. And yet we're watching this architectural billing index, and it's been negative since October. Tell us how 23 was for you and how 24 is looking.
Well, we wrapped up 23. We finally got our final numbers. We wound up 8%, which we were very happy with. We think we took some market share, and that may be the way our market segmentation works. We're forecasting 5% growth in 24, which we recognize is aggressive, right? I mean, the suppliers that talked today all said they're forecasting flat or down. I think all of them said down. And we don't see it that way, at least for now. I mean, our business activity is good. Our backlogs are good. We did talk about market segmentation and where people are the strongest. And we had a lot of people in the room that are healthcare heavy. And healthcare is good. And then secondly, we had, school and government heavy. And that segment's been good. We have people, obviously, that do corporate, but it sounds like they've moved into some of these other segments. But I would also say it doesn't sound like the corporate, maybe it's a little better. I mean, we heard some comments we thought were optimistic or more optimistic.
Interface just released their year-end numbers, and they said that corporate for them was flat.
That's an accomplishment.
All right, so one of the silver bullets I think that you have for Fuse is your members are looking for relationships. They want relationships with each other, and they want sincere relationships with the vendor partners. We've been here all day today, and you've had several of your platinum sponsors present, and you can tell just in the camaraderie from the stage to the membership that they get along pretty well.
I just think we work really hard on that. And we always say the manufacturers write a lot of specifications. They've got large sales groups that are very talented, calling on end use and design. We want to partner with them. We want to support their efforts and in turn give them some of our discretionary business. Relationships to us are everything, to a Fuse member. And we've had a lot of new people here, and you can kind of walk into a room and tell because they're by themselves, and we made sure we connected them with somebody else. Some of them had said to us, wow, we can't believe how the manufacturers, they're so happy to be here. I heard that from a couple of new people. I never thought about that. But that's what we want to be known for. We want to be true partners. We're not adversaries. We feel we bring a lot to the table because, as we all know, it's not flooring until it's installed. We're an important piece of that whole process, and we want to get better and better at it, so we take care of our suppliers.
Well, when you schedule this too, you're the first real commercial meeting in the calendar year. So I think, everybody's so happy to be with customers and talking about business. That's a factor.
Yep. Yeah, and I think so too. And plus, we have a lot of great content. We always do, but we really try to make this fun. At the end of the day, these are tough businesses. These people get beat up a lot by their customers, so at least they can come have a few laughs, but in the same time learn a lot of great stuff to help their businesses.
So you had golf the first day, and then you also had a session if somebody didn't want to play golf where they could come in and prove, self-help kind of, are you thinking about this? Talk about a couple of the highlights of the meeting.
Well, we had Jonathan King yesterday, who's a brand new speaker for us, and he's going to become probably a regular, but he's an EOS light person is the way I would describe it, and he was talking about 5 key strategies to improve your business. And he's available to consult with our members, but we're trying to get more in tune to the operational aspect of the business. My career has always been on the sales and marketing side. We have Jerry Kenny now, who ran a very successful flooring contracting business. He's an operations expert, and he calls on the members, is what I like to call a fractional COO, and he'll do a process chart. I've seen him do them. They're 12 feet long, and they tape them to the wall. And it's interesting because one of our members that had it on the wall, suppliers walked in and looked at it and said, wow, this is all the stuff you have to do from start to finish for a job. It's a lot of steps. So anything that he can do to help a company refine that process and lean it out is all found income.
Other keynotes that you've got this week?
Well, we had James Benham today who talked about bootstrapping, which, we're coming into what we think will be a tougher economy, maybe not 24, but 25. Just practical ideas about cash is king and pay yourself last and, watch your debt and all that. He was great. Tomorrow we have Cheryl Cran, and then we've got Laura Seidel-Baker from ITR, who'll give us an economic forecast, which I don't think is going to be a doom and gloom forecast, but as a lot of the suppliers said today, there's unknowns this year with conflict around the world, with the election. But we always try to tell our members, no matter how big you are, there's still a big market out there. And your market share is small enough where you can grow no matter what the economy's doing. Don't focus on that. Spend more time finding customers, because the people that are proactive in the sales and marketing side and trying to find new paths to business are always going to be fine no matter what the economy does.
One more little thing I want to make sure we mention, you're bringing Ron Lee in, right? So
yes.
Tell us about that.
Well, Ron Lee, I have a personal affection for Ron because he was a mentor of mine my whole career. But interestingly enough, Ron helped start StarNet, and then he helped create Fuse, and we're going to talk about this tomorrow because a lot of our members don't know the story. We came out of Interface, their dealer group, and bought the rights to their name and all that. So we're going to honor him tomorrow night. He's going to be our first Hall of Fame recipient, and we're thrilled he's going to be at the event. He deserves it.
Okay, Geoff, it's great to talk to you, and thanks for inviting me to be here at the meeting. Again, been talking to Geoff Gordon, the Executive Director of the Fuse Commercial Flooring Alliance here in Phoenix, Arizona, and you've been listening to Kemp Harr and FloorDaily.net.